Hey, welcome back to World Entertainment, and it looks like Eddie Murphy is going to be a busy man because he's not one, not two, but three projects coming up. One of which we know about, which is Shrek 5. He's returning as Donkey, but he's going to be the face and lead of yet another reboot of the Pink Panther. Yep, for some reason, they're remaking the Pink Panther again, and Eddie Murphy's going to be the lead of it. So let's have a look at this. So anyone armed with a magnifying glass looking for clues as to who will star in the forthcoming reboot of the Pink Panther franchise can stop the search, as comedy legend Eddie Murphy has confirmed that he is taking on the famed role of Inspector Clouseau in the new film, which comes 16 years after the last installment. The Beverly Hills Cop star has been circling the role since 2023, but he has now officially added it to his slate of upcoming projects. He made the surprise announcement while speaking to today's Al Roker. So this is what he said, and this is where we get the hints of everything he's basically doing. So he says, "I'm getting ready to do George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic," whatever the hell that is. "I'm getting ready to do George Clinton. I've already started Shrek 5, and I'm Inspector Clouseau in the next Pink Panther." So Rucker was clearly taken aback by the news, prompting Murphy to reiterate, "Yeah, I'm the new Clouseau." However, when asked whether his version of the character would be French, like previous portrayals, Murphy played it coy, saying, "Maybe," before elaborating, "Well, he has to be French, but he could also be Haitian. I will tell you, he's black. He's black for sure." Well, no crap there, Sherlock, it's kind of obvious. Now, the Pink Panther, the original movies are well beloved. The Steve Martin ones, I don't think they were received as well. I don't remember whether or not they were profitable or not. He did two, so I'm assuming the first one did okay, or at least enough to get pushed for a sequel. I think the sequel absolutely bombed, if I remember correctly. But there's two things here. One is, do we really need another Pink Panther movie? Two, do we really need another rebooted Pink Panther movie? And three, what's the reaction from people going to be that Eddie Murphy's going to take on the role? That's weird. There's also, it doesn't seem to say either in this article or from Eddie Murphy himself where this is being made. Like, is this going to be for Netflix, or is this meant to be for the big screen? Don't know. I don't see it saying anywhere who's behind this one. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's for the likes of well, actually it could be for Amazon. Doesn't he have a movie deal with Amazon? He used to do something like 5 movies for them. The first of which was that Christmas movie, which I reviewed. I thought it was actually fun. Can't remember what it was called, but I think when he signed on to that, it was something like a 5 movie deal. So there's a strong possibility that this movie will be for Amazon. Shrek, obviously, we knew Shrek was coming. This George Clinton, I have no idea what that is, and I have no idea what Parliament Funkadelic is. So that's just weird. I've never heard of any of these things, bar, of course, Shrek 5. It's an interesting choice, having Eddie Murphy do it. I'm curious if he's doing it, and the way he's kind of leaning back into more style of what he used to do in the 80s and early 90s. Could it possibly be an R-rated Pink Panther? That could be interesting as well. I've never been a massive lover of the Pink Panther movies. I used to watch the cartoon with the actual, like, Pink Panther animated animal, but the overall movies, I was never fully drawn to them. I've seen them. I thought they were okay, don't remember watching at least the second one of the Steve Martin ones. Eddie Murphy as it could work, could be an absolute disaster. Don't know how much interest there would be from people to have a Pink Panther remake again. I'm sure people would be curious about seeing Eddie Murphy in the role, but I just don't know if the interest for the actual movie exists So it'll be an interesting one, but that's what's happening. Yes, Eddie Murphy is officially going to be Inspector Clouseau in the Pink Panther remake. So let us know what you think of that. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.